lot of organizations use and need threat intelligence to be able to identify threats as they're coming, as they're hitting their organization. And that intelligence obviously needs to come from somewhere. The traditional way of looking at this is, well, I'll look at network events, I'll look at endpoint events. What we're seeing is with the increased use of a browser in terms of what do we use a browser for? Gone are the days where it was just surfing the web and doing some research. Now we do work, we use applications, we collaborate. All of this happens inside the browser. And all of that threat intelligence that organizations are using really just surrounds this black hole which is the browser, because everything happens inside it. Browsers have really become a very powerful platform that can execute code, that can do things that are entirely separate to the endpoint, to the network. And so as organizations are looking to shore up their security, to figure out what their biggest vulnerability is and put in place security that is effective, you really need to start to look inside the web browser of what is happening, what are the scripts doing, what are threat actors doing when they believe that they're on your endpoint, if you want to be able to use that intelligence to adequately and effectively protect yourself from threats coming in through that threat vector. Work is still increasingly moving to the browser as organizations have gone remote, are now continuing to work in that way. So with that increase in the volume of work, the type of work, the sensitive data coming in and out of an organization through that browser, the need for detailed threat visibility into what's happening inside the bounds of that browser are going to be even more important. So obviously there's many ways that we look as organizations to protect what's going in and out of the browser, things like URL reputation, like sandboxing. But what's going to be increasingly important is looking for the mismatches in terms of what's going on, not just looking at different points in isolation. So as we look at a URL reputation, it might be good, it might be bad, but we need to be able to look at what's going on inside that browser, what logo is being used potentially to lure a customer in or a victim into clicking on a phishing link to giving up credentials. Is that logo linked to the URL? What can we say about that? What's it asking an end user to do? So we really need to get into the end user behaviors of, is it asking you to click on something to download? Is it asking, is an entry form for credentials? What is it they're trying to do? And then pull all of that information together and come out with an outcome that says this is good, this is bad, or it might be somewhere in the middle that says, you know what, I don't know, but I'm going to make this website read only so you can see it, but you're not going to be able to enter those credentials, so I'm going to protect you. So for organizations that are looking to not only secure themselves today, but moving into the future, really getting inside that browser, getting inside the place where the threat actors are entering and exiting the business is going to be critical to maintain or improving the level of security for the company.